Sometimes God will leave us in a situation where we feel by ourselves and alone, and it'll seem like that no matter how much we call on Him or how much we seek Him, how much we pray or whatever we do, we just feel like we can't reach Him. We feel like He's a million miles away from us, and we're just in this dark place on our own, struggling with whatever it may be. And I want to tell you something. Everybody knows that I'm an animal guy. I'm big into animal rights. I believe that we're to be good stewards of God's creation, and He calls us to be good stewards over His animals, both domestic and wild. But that said, I spend a lot of time, watching the animals in my backyard. So we feed birds and squirrels and different animals. And the first time that I saw a bird fledgling, if you don't know what that is when the parents will take the bird and baby bird and leave them somewhere safe. And they do this so that the bird will now take the next step and actually make an effort to learn how to fly, use its wings. Otherwise, it'll be completely dependent on the parents for its whole life. And the parents will leave it somewhere safe. They will then fly away at a distance and where they can keep an eye on it and check on the baby bird. And they'll bring it food sometimes as well. But other than that, they will leave it there alone by itself, unable to fly or to do anything. So this encourages the bird after several days to start flapping its wings, working its wings, getting those wings activated and eventually flying, and then it rejoins its family and they carry on from there. And I think a lot of times God does this with us, where He will leave us in a situation where He is always there, of course, always watching us, always taking care of us, keeping us safe, but at the same time He'll step back and give us some room to where we're forced to grow, and we're forced to grow spiritually, and we go from being a baby Christian to being a more stronger, solid Christian that's able to stand on our own 2 feet and get out there and start doing God's work in His will. So if you feel like sometimes God is far away, it may not be that He's far away, more that He's giving you some space and time to grow and learn that you've got to do it, and you've got to make that level up, so to speak, from being a baby Christian and sucking your spiritual thumb and depending on everyone else and God to do everything for you, and to be able to go out and do God's work and be strong enough and spiritually strong enough to handle that. So remember that. Sometimes God, I think, lets us go in that fledgling experience just like birds do, and we can learn a lot from the animals because God created them. There's a lot of lessons to be learned from watching them that can apply to our own lives and our relationship with God too. So I hope that helps. God bless you guys, and I love you, and I'm praying for you guys. And please, as always, pray for me. I'm not above that. I need your prayers as much as everyone needs anyone's prayers. It's rough out here being a Christian. It's hard in today's society, and each day is a struggle. But never give up the fight, for God is always with you. And when you feel alone and you feel like God is not there, remember the verse: as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. God is always with you, even when you're in the valley, even when you're in a dark place. He's there. And sometimes, like I said, He's just kind of giving you some space and saying, look, you can do this. You can do this. You've got the strength. You've got the ability. I'm going to step back a little bit, and I'm going to let you grow a little bit so that you can be of more use for my kingdom and be able to fulfill the will that He has for your life. All right, guys. Love you. Peace out.